Howdy do, Team 7. Today I'll be discussing to you guys about the health belief model. It was developed in the 1950s by a group of psychologists at the U.S. Public Health Service, and it was developed in order to explain why people would or would not use health services. This model is based off of Kurt Lewin's decision-making model. The basis of this model hypothesizes that any health-related action depends on simultaneous occurrences of three specific classes of factors. The first is that there needs to be an existence of sufficient motivation to make the health issue relevant. Secondly, there also has to be a belief that the individual has to be vulnerable or susceptible to a serious health problem of that illness or condition. This is also considered the perceived threat. Third and final, the belief of the recommended health recommendation needs to be beneficial to the individual in reducing the perceived threat and also basically cheap enough for the person. Cost refers to the perceived barriers. Also, another perceived barrier could be self-efficacy. A person believing in oneself, that might be a barrier that the individual needs to overcome. Now, then in order to apply this to our specific company's needs, according to the needs and interest survey provided to us by our teacher, a specific need would be health and nutrition education. And if we go in order of the health belief model, we would first find that there needs to be an existence of sufficient motivation or health concern within the company's grasp or within their company. And according to the survey, there is a need for reducing body mass index, the BMI of an individual. With that, then we move on to number two, which would be a serious health problem or making the individual employee vulnerable to BMI. And everybody knows that increased BMI can increase obesity, which could also increase the likelihood of developing diabetes or cancers or chronic illnesses. So this is the perceived threat. Third and final, we would make the recommendation that eating better nutritious meals and better nutritious ingredients within an individual's lunch or within their dinners or whatnot would be beneficial to an individual who wants to decrease their body mass index, so long as they believe in themselves and that the nutrition plan or suggestion that we make to them is subjectively an acceptable cost for them. So we would try to overcome that perceived barrier of self-efficacy or cost. Now, in my opinion, I do believe that this theory of the health belief model can be used as a foundational piece or tool with the physical program, the physical health program that we have been assigned. Like I mentioned before, just going based off of the screening, we can always model things around it in order to develop a goal or end. So I would like to thank you guys for listening and tuning in. You guys take care. Can't wait to see what theories you guys have, and I'm ready to learn. Thank you and have a great one.